Hello, friends. You're welcome to the Voice of Royal Priesthood. Again, your host is Dr. Ayo Adenuga. Well, today we'll be talking about a very important topic, and I know it may sound it's actually very sensitive because it's going to erode some of the things some of us have believed in the past, and that is talking about the subject of divorce. And the reason why we want to look into this today is because many homes have been robbed by the devil. And that is not the plan of God for instituting the home or establishing the home in the first place. God is the author of the institution of marriage. And going in this journey of Christianity has a lot to do with how peaceful the home is. If you look at some of the children in the society that have one problem or the other, trace it back to their foundation, you discover that most of them have a very rough background in terms of the home they come from. And that is why we will not continue to allow the devil to cheat our homes. We will sit together and we will look into the word of the Lord. Because this, when it comes to the issue of divorce, discover that the word of God has been misinterpreted for long, and there is a need to correct it at this time and to see things from the perspective of God. The objective of this lesson is to ensure that Christians come back to what God wants as far as the issue of divorce is concerned. If you look back into the Bible, we start with the book of Matthew chapter 19. Let's read from verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass when Jesus had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And a great multitude followed him, and he healed them there." Verse 3, "The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twine," meaning that they are no more two, but one flesh. "What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder." They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a written of divorcement and to put her away? And let's see the next verse, what Jesus Christ replied to them. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put your wives away. But from the beginning, it was not so. From the beginning, it was not so. What beginning was Jesus talking about? The creation. God did not have it in his plan that a man should put away his wife. Now let's continue. "And I say unto you," verse 9, because this is where even the devil is cheating Christian homes that are passing through turbulent time instead of resolving the issue and moving on as a family. He said, "And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, commit adultery. And whosoever marry her which is put away doth commit adultery." Now, if you look at it, it will sound as if Jesus Christ has given permission that if it is a case of fornication, then you can put away your wife. No, Jesus cannot contradict himself. He said from the beginning, God did not have a plan for a man to put away his wife for any reason. He would have, when he said that, he would have mentioned that except the woman go out to commit fornication. But he first established it. He said, because of the hardness of your, and if you look at this situation, it was men that were asking Jesus. So it was men that were asking Jesus about whether it is lawful to put away their wives for adultery. Why is it only one-sided coin? What of if it is a man that commits adultery? Remember the case of the woman that was caught in adultery. It was only the woman that was brought to Jesus. The man was not brought to Jesus. And they were ready to kill the woman right there. What happened to the man? What about the man? It was not the woman alone that committed adultery. So it looks as if these people actually wanted to do the will of God. But no, not that they wanted to do the will of God. What they wanted was the word that they will use to justify themselves for doing what their heart desired to do. It is true that it will be painful to go through that kind of experience, but yet, as a Christian, there should be a place for forgiveness, because even in the life of unbelievers, we have seen unbelievers that caught their spouse in adultery, yet they forgave, and their life continued. So, where is the place of forgiveness in a child of God? So let's continue. Let's read verse 9 of Matthew 19. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, commit adultery. And whosoever marry her which is put away, doth commit adultery. If you look at this, it will look as if Jesus Christ permitted putting away for the cause of adultery. But no, for the cause of fornication, but no, it wasn't so. Jesus was emphasizing that if you put her away and you marry another one, you are committing adultery. And the one you have put away, even the man that married her, is committing adultery. Jesus was not even talking about the woman here. It was about the men, the two that will be in that game. The one that puts the woman away and the one that will marry the man. Both of them will become adulterous. Now let's go into Matthew chapter 5 verses 31 to 32. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, verse 32, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, cause her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, commit adultery. Now, Jesus Christ, addressing the side of the woman here, said that if you put her away, except because she commit adultery, you are the cause of her committing adultery. But if she's put away because of adultery, that means you are not, because she is already an adulteress. Do we understand what Jesus Christ was talking about here? That if any man put her away for any reason, you are the one that put the label of adulteress on her. But if you put her away for for the cause of fornication, she is already an adulteress. But that is not saying that you can put her away. He had already answered whether they can put the woman away or not by saying that from the beginning, God does not have that in his plan. But whether the man will become an adulterous man if he put away his wife and marry another woman. Do we understand it now? So Jesus Christ was addressing the issue, the issue that will come out of putting away, that will come out of divorce. And that is what the devil wants. The devil wants children of God to become adulterous people. So that is why Jesus Christ was addressing the foundation, what the devil wants, what the devil has in plan, why he will make homes not to be in peace, and why he will make one to commit adultery. Once one commits adultery, the other one will put her away, and both of them will become adulterous in nature, and both of them will sin against God. So if you look at the book of Malachi chapter 2 from verses 13 to 16, discover that God specifically said that he established home so that there will be godly offsprings. Now, how do you bring up godly offspring? When you have put away the mother, or the father has been put away, And you discover that in the society today, you have miscreants, you have so many problematic children. Even in schools, check. Some children will lose attention because of the home they come from. The father is not there, the mother is not there, and because of that, it will affect the children. It is not only the man or the woman that commit adultery that will suffer. The one that put her or him away will suffer. The one that is put away will suffer. The children will suffer. So why do we Christians want to allow the devil to continue to cheat us? Remember, even while Jesus Christ was teaching the disciples how to pray, said, forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. Is adultery a trespass or not? It is. So if it is a trespass, then you are to forgive. And remember, as a man, let's go back to those that were asking the question now. As a man, you are supposed to be to take care of your wife, not only in time of finance, also in prayer. As you are praying for yourself, as you want to stand, you must also pray for your wife to stand. You must also take physical efforts, things that you know that can lead to such a thing. You must prevent it at the best of your ability. So it is not enough to go into the Bible and point out that Jesus Christ said, except it be for fornication. Except it be for fornication, what Jesus Christ was saying is that if it is for fornication, then you are not the one that will make her to be an adulteress. She is already an adulteress. That is what that place is saying. But if you put her away for any other reason, you are the one that make her to be an adulteress. So this is telling us, men that and women, that as a child of God, we don't have a legal ground. We don't have a legal ground to put away our wife or our husband for the cause of adultery. So that is why the two must work together, because God does not have it in plan that for any reason a man should put away his wife. The Lord bless you. Please do not forget to click the share button and share the video with your fellow Christians and even to unbelievers. And also remember to click on the bell button so that when we release a new video, you'll be notified. The Lord bless you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. Don't forget you. The word of the Lord has come to you today, and the Lord loves you. Remember that no one will go to heaven out of maybe when you have not forgiven your spouse. If you cannot forgive your spouse, who else will you forgive outside? And there is no place for unforgiveness in heaven. The Lord bless you. Thank you.